Marie, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time joining us from Czechia. And why don't we start with you telling us a little bit about your professional experience working with partners so far?
Yeah, sure. So thank you, Rick. Thank you for having me. So I'm currently the partnership marketing manager at FaceUp, which is a SaaS company that provides whistleblowing and workplace compliance platform. And I've been in this role for just over a year now. And before joining FaceUp, I worked in B2B, including with law firms in the Magic Circle and within the Big Four. So that experience really helped me understand how to build strong partnerships and collaborate across different industries. And now at FaceUp, I just use those skills to work closely with our partners and making sure our marketing efforts align and create value both for us and for them.
Very good. I know that at FaceUp, you have been building the partner marketing function from scratch. So I'm curious to understand first, what does partner marketing mean? What does that include as a department, let's say, or as a function? How do you typically define partner marketing?
Mhm. Well, partner marketing is basically all about working with other companies, our partners, to achieve shared goals. And these goals can be generating leads, creating content, or reaching new audiences. And there are really three main types of partner marketing. First is to partner. This is where we attract new partners and keep our current partners informed. Then, second is through partner marketing. This is where partners help us reach new customers. And then, third, this is with partner. And this is where we collaborate closely to create campaigns or content together. So, this is partner marketing.
Yeah, that framework resonates a lot with me. Definitely have seen in the past to partner, with partner, and through partner. You mentioned a little bit about communications to partners. You mentioned about working with partners, but so many pieces to partner marketing, right? When you're building this from scratch, what are those key foundational pieces that you said, I need to build this first before I start building on top of that foundation? What are those
Mhm.
foundational pieces in your experience?
Yeah. So I'll answer this question from like a few different angles because since I'm
Hmm.
building partner marketing, as you said, from scratch, I've really seen how much progress can happen over time. And I'm the type of person who wants everything done right away, but I've learned that it really takes baby steps. And I
Yeah.
think one of the biggest milestones for me and even for the team was implementing a PRM system. It honestly made my life so much easier. Everything is in one place, and partners can easily find what they need when they need it. But
Hmm.
while like a PRM system is great to have, this is definitely not like a foundational piece. I think the foundational initiative is segmentation. First, like you need to understand the different types of partners that you work with and giving
Hmm.
them the right resources to succeed. So these resources, of course, that's like the next thing, co-marketing materials or materials assets, things like templates, campaigns, and content that make it easy for partners to promote your solution. Uh, but assets alone also are
Hmm.
not enough. And that's where personalization comes in, along with the right tools to support it. And this is actually where I'm at right now because I'm exploring ways for partners to easily take our content, adapt it for their own audience in their language so they can easily self serve and move faster. Because at this stage, I still handle a lot of things individually. And
Yeah.
while that works for now, it's just not sustainable long term.
Yeah.
And when I'm thinking like another initiative, and I was thinking, I'm taking this from my own experience, is tracking everything you do because it's important to know how you're progressing and what activities actually work and what doesn't. Because even
Hmm.
if it's just in an Excel sheet at the beginning, just start tracking. Because then, like with the right systems like CRM, PRM, of course, it's much easier to measure progress and make
Hmm.
data-driven decisions. So before I start anything new, I always ask myself how I'll track it and what the goal will is of this activity.
Hmm.
And then I would say that there are also two things that I would mention that go beyond tools, but are as is important. And one is building cross-functional relationships, because I feel like
Yeah,
partner marketing doesn't really sit in just one team, and you have to work across many and keep everyone aligned. And then finally, leadership support, because not everyone fully understands what partner marketing includes within the company, and
yeah,
that's okay. But having a leader who supports you and helps you show its value makes a huge difference. And I have to say, I'm lucky to have that kind of support in our company. So that's great.
it's good. Yeah, you gave us a lot of good information right there. So I heard something about segmentation at the very beginning, because there's no one size fits all, right? You need to
Mhm.
understand a partner
Yeah,
type, their audience, and so on. The importance of systems and processes, right? It's definitely great to have tools, but you also said that if you have to do it in Excel, well, let's just do it, right? You need to track it,
absolutely.
and Excel can do
And
many things.
that's how we started,
Yes.
as a startup. It's that's where you at the beginning, and you have to start somewhere. But
Yeah,
do
exactly. You
track.
gotta take the first step. Yeah, you gotta take the first step, start somewhere, but track, because that's how you're gonna ultimately provide results, right? Which is, I think, what
Mhm,
probably helps you to gain the support from executives, right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So, in that sense, um, you mentioned also that you have to work a lot cross-functionally with other departments, other areas. So, how do you how do you build that relationship with other areas to ultimately build synergies with you, right? Like, how do you collaborate? How do you convince them to collaborate with you and with partners? What are some of the things that you have learned in this process?
Yeah. And I think this is again back with like the leadership supports. That's where it starts, that your role is important, your responsibilities are important. And
Hmm.
then, it starts, people see the value of your work and, support you better. So we collaborate, I collaborate personally with different teams, marketing team, brand marketing, demand generation team, content team, even sometimes product. So there are many teams that
Hmm.
I have to work with and really keep them aligned what our partners do and show them, how important it is to get partners involved within already like our activities that we do. So it's like, different kinds of meetings that we keep ourselves aligned. We have like BD or partnership marketing
Yeah,
syncs bi-weekly, and we keep ourselves informed about everything we do and we plan to do.
yeah. Okay, very good. I have another question that pops to my mind right now. You mentioned about how partner marketing is to partner, through partner, with partner. Do you see that there's a sequence when you're starting a partner marketing function, that you gotta do this one before that one before the other one, or do you feel like you have to run the three of them in parallel?
Mhm. I would say that it can be parallel, but of course, I'm just one person, so I
Yeah.
cannot really do everything at once. And I think that at this stage of where we are right now in our partner program, I do most to partner, because I
Hmm.
need to keep our partners informed, provide them the materials, the assets, everything they need. Plus, we focus also on partner recruitment. This is also part of my responsibility.
Mm,
And
okay.
then I focus also on through partner. How can I help them reach their customers? And
Hmm.
again, providing them with materials. And with partner, this is something I would like to focus on definitely more in the future.
Yeah. Marie, it's no secret that many times resources are limited. So, how do you manage and allocate your partner marketing budget effectively? What ideas do you have around that?
Mhm. Well, I'm not going to lie. Managing a budget in a startup environment is definitely a challenge, especially when that budget is almost non-existent. So I've really had to learn to be creative, focus on high impact, low cost activities. And
Mm,
I try to make the most of what we already have and what I've created over time. Things like co-branded content, social media content, joint webinars, or sharing success stories with partners, turning them into testimonials, social media posts. And I
mhm.
take advantage of free marketing channels like LinkedIn, partner newsletters. And I think a lot of can be achieved through collaboration and by reusing the same assets across different channels. So, for
Yeah,
example, after a webinar, you can create a takeaway one pager or a blog article, then promote it on social media, include it in the partner newsletter, and this way you get, more reach without needing extra resources. So,
yeah,
even with limited funding, you can still make a big impact if you focus on creativity, collaboration internally and with partners and on getting the most out of the resources you already have.
yeah. I like what you said about focusing on high impact and low cost activities. I like that framework. And also recycle what you have, right? Because there's other marketing teams already doing things. I'm sure you can recycle some of those things and make it valuable for the partner marketing function. Very
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
Marie, thank you very much again. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rick.